Would you trust your family's health to a spoiled cut of meat? In 2025, with prices soaring and quality control slipping, that's exactly the risk millions unknowingly take every day. Grocery stores aren't what they used to be. Some are silently cutting corners while others stand strong with premium sourcing. But can you tell the difference before it's too late? One bad steak could mean more than a ruined dinner. It could land someone in the ER. Before your next grocery trip, watch this. Because what you don't know about your meat could hurt you. In this video, we're exposing the 8 best and 8 worst grocery stores to buy meat from in 2025, based on actual customer experiences, quality reports, sourcing practices, and shelf life analysis. No brand deals, no paid sponsors. Just the truth that major grocery chains would rather you not know. Whether you're buying in bulk, shopping for your family, or simply trying to avoid a dangerous mistake at dinner, this list could save you money, time, and peace of mind. Stay with us till the end to make sure you're not trusting the wrong store with your health or your wallet. Let's get into it. Number 8. Safeway. Safeway lands in the 8th spot, not because it's perfect, but because it consistently delivers on quality and trust. When you walk into Safeway's meat section, you're met with a solid variety of cuts, from everyday basics to more premium options. But what really matters is the USDA choice beef, known for rich marbling and tenderness. That alone puts Safeway above most chains. What makes them stand out even more? Their attention to sourcing. Safeway partners with reputable suppliers and offers grass-fed and organic meat options for those who want to eat cleaner without the guesswork. Another major plus, in-house butchers. Unlike pre-packaged only chains, Safeway's butchers can help with custom cuts, preparation tips, and portioning. Perfect for meal preppers or family cooking. Pricing-wise, they're not the cheapest, but regular promotions and loyalty rewards help bring down costs without sacrificing quality. For shoppers who want consistency and a bit of flexibility in their meat selection, Safeway is a store you can trust, and that's getting rare in 2025. Their meat might not blow you away with luxury, but it will show up fresh, properly handled, and trustworthy. And that's more than can be said for a lot of places on this list. Number 7. Publix. In the 7th spot, we've got Publix, a grocery store that's built its reputation on customer service, but also delivers impressively when it comes to meat. Located mainly across the southeastern U.S., Publix isn't just friendly, it's reliable, especially in the meat aisle. They stock USDA choice and prime cuts, so whether you're making a simple stew or grilling high-end steaks, you're not settling for subpar. What makes Publix really shine is their GreenWise line, organic, hormone-free, and antibiotic-free meats that cater to shoppers who care about what's in their food. And yes, they've got skilled butchers on site, not just for custom cuts, but also to answer questions, suggest prep methods, or even recommend what pairs best with your meal plans. That kind of hands-on help is hard to find these days. Add to that their frequent sales and robust rewards program, and it's easy to see why so many shoppers keep going back. You're getting premium quality without burning through your budget, and you're getting it with a level of customer care that's rare in 2025. If you're someone who values freshness, clean sourcing, and the ability to talk to a real butcher instead of guessing at sealed packages, Publix deserves your attention. It's not fancy, it's just solid, consistent, and dependable. Number 6. Kroger. Kroger might not scream premium, but don't underestimate it. As one of the largest supermarket chains in the U.S., Kroger has figured out how to blend affordability with quality in its meat department, and that matters now more than ever. What puts Kroger on this list is variety with integrity. You'll find everything from USDA choice and prime beef to organic chicken and grass-fed options under their trusted Simple Truth brand. It's meat for every kind of shopper, from health-focused to budget-minded. Their in-store butchers are another win. Need a specific cut? Want to know how to portion for freezing? You won't be left on your own. That human guidance is a rare luxury in today's grocery scene. Kroger also takes food safety seriously. Their suppliers meet high standards, and the meat is packaged well for both freshness and longevity. No surprises when you get home. Plus, they make premium options more accessible with digital coupons and one of the best loyalty programs around. Even families on a budget can pick up quality meats without trading down. For a chain as big as Kroger, the consistency is impressive. If you want options, fair pricing, and a team that knows what they're doing behind the counter, Kroger won't let you down. Number 5, Whole Foods Market. If you care about where your food comes from and what's in it, Whole Foods Market will feel like a safe zone. Yes, it's pricier, but in 2025, trust in your meat source is worth paying for. Whole Foods built its name on natural and organic goods, and that promise shows in their meat department. You'll find a wide range of cuts that are free from antibiotics and added hormones, plus grass-fed, pasture-raised, and sustainably sourced options. They go a step further with their 5-step animal welfare rating system, giving shoppers total transparency about how each animal was raised. That's not marketing fluff. That's real info you can use to make better choices. Their butchers are knowledgeable too. Whether you're looking for custom cuts, tips on preparation, or meal advice, they're ready to help. It's not just a meat counter, it's a full-service experience. Now let's be honest, Whole Foods prices can sting, but many loyal shoppers say the difference in taste, texture, and freshness makes it worth it, especially if you're freezing meat for long-term use or feeding someone with dietary sensitivities. For people who want ethically sourced, premium quality meat, they don't have to second guess. Whole Foods still holds strong. It's not cheap, but bad meat is far more expensive. Number 4, Costco. Costco is more than just bulk toilet paper and giant snack packs. It's also a go-to for serious meat buyers in 2025. What makes Costco shine isn't just the quantity, but the surprising quality that comes with it. They offer USDA prime beef, which is usually reserved for high-end restaurants, and they do it at prices that make it possible to stock up without going broke. From massive ribeyes to well-trimmed chicken thighs, the value-to-quality ratio here is tough to beat. While Costco doesn't have in-store butchers for custom cuts, their pre-packaged meats are expertly portioned, vacuum-sealed, and freezer-friendly. For meal preppers or large families, it's an ideal setup. Costco also partners with trusted suppliers who follow strict standards for sourcing and handling. Their meats consistently score high for freshness and flavor, even after freezing. Let's not forget their bulk packaging advantage. If you're serious about building an emergency meat stockpile or just hate making weekly grocery runs, Costco delivers huge savings and peace of mind in one trip. Sure, you need a membership, but with the savings on just a few meat runs, you're already getting your money's worth. In short, Costco makes stocking up smart, safe, and cost-effective without sacrificing quality. Number 3, H-E-B. Texas knows meat. And H-E-B, it's the state's crown jewel. Even outside of Texas, food lovers know H-E-B is a standout when it comes to meat. Quality, variety, and service, their lineup covers the basics: USDA choice beef, organic chicken, but the star here is their Prime One line, a premium cut that rivals high-end steakhouses. It's tender, juicy, and a level above what most grocery chains even attempt to offer. And it's not just what they sell, it's how they sell it. H-E-B still believes in full-service butcher counters. That means custom cuts, trimming, marinating advice, and personalized recommendations, all from staff who actually know meat. Their strict quality control means every product is vetted before it ever hits the shelf. You're not rolling the dice when you buy here. For health-conscious shoppers, H-E-B also provides a wide range of organic and pasture-raised meats, all sourced from suppliers who prioritize humane and eco-friendly practices. That's a big deal in 2025 when sourcing transparency matters more than ever. Customers rave about the taste, the freshness, and the prices, which are surprisingly competitive given the quality. Throw in weekly deals and family meal bundles, and you're not just buying meat, you're getting dinner solutions. For anyone serious about their protein game, H-E-B is a no-brainer. Number 2, Sprouts Farmers Market. Sprouts Farmers Market is a dream for health-conscious meat buyers, and it's not just a branding gimmick. This chain has earned its spot high on the list by making clean, traceable meat more affordable and easier to understand. Sprouts focuses heavily on transparency and sourcing. Their meats are free from antibiotics, hormones, and artificial additives, and much of their selection is grass-fed, organic, or sustainably raised. Whether you're buying beef, chicken, or seafood, you know exactly what you're getting. What also sets Sprouts apart is their butcher counter experience. Unlike many stores that just toss meat in shrink wrap, Sprouts gives you access to real butchers who offer cooking tips, custom cuts, and meal suggestions tailored to what you're buying. They also offer pre-marinated and seasoned options, which are perfect for busy shoppers who still care about quality. And these aren't your standard bland marinades. They actually taste like someone put thought into the recipe. Then there's the price. Despite the premium quality, Sprouts keeps things budget-friendly with frequent sales and in-store promotions. Customers consistently say it's the best bang-for-your-buck meat selection among health-focused chains. If you want food that tastes good, feels good, and fits into your meal plan without mystery, Sprouts Farmers Market is your safe bet in 2025. Number 1. Wegmans. Wegmans isn't just a grocery store, it's an experience. If there's one chain in 2025 that consistently delivers top-tier meat with no compromises, it's Wegmans. The second you step into their meat section, you notice the difference. The layout feels more like a specialty butcher shop than a supermarket. And that's because Wegmans treats meat with the care it deserves. From USDA prime steaks and dry-aged beef to heritage pork and organic chicken, the selection is jaw-dropping. But it's not just about the options, it's about the people. Wegmans has skilled in-house butchers who don't just cut meat, they guide you. Need a custom cut? A marinade tip? A suggestion for Sunday dinner? They've got you covered like your personal meat consultant. Their sourcing standards are elite, too. They prioritize local farms, humane practices, and environmental responsibility. And every item is vacuum sealed for peak freshness, ideal for freezing or prepping meals in advance. Wegmans might cost a bit more, but their customers will tell you it's worth every cent. The taste, the quality, the customer service. It all adds up to an unmatched meat buying experience. If you care about every bite of steak, every slice of chicken, and every dollar you spend on meat, Wegmans is the ultimate store to trust in 2025. It's not hype, it's reputation earned. So now that you know where to buy your meat, let's flip the script. Because not every grocery store deserves your trust. Some chains are cutting corners, hiding quality issues, or just not keeping up. And if you're stocking your freezer in 2025, you can't afford to make mistakes. Here are the 8 worst grocery stores to buy meat from this year. Number 8. Meijer. Meijer might be a household name in the Midwest, but when it comes to meat, it's losing trust fast. The biggest issue? Inconsistency. One week the steaks look decent, the next week they're full of gristle, fat, or worse, already spoiling in the package. Customers have reported tough, flavorless cuts that ruin meals, and there's no real way to know what you're getting until you open the pack. That kind of roulette isn't just frustrating, it's wasteful and risky. Another red flag? No in-house butchers. Every product is prepackaged and processed off-site, meaning there's zero room for custom orders or same-day freshness. That alone puts Meijer behind stores that still offer that human touch and quality control. Then there's the lack of transparency. Shoppers are becoming more informed, wanting to know where their meat comes from, how the animals were raised, and whether hormones or antibiotics were involved. Meijer doesn't provide clear answers. Even though it's convenient and has a wide product selection overall, Meijer just doesn't compete when it comes to meat. If you care about quality, sourcing, and food safety, you'll want to be cautious before tossing a Meijer steak into your cart in 2025. Number 7. ShopRite. ShopRite is a popular name in the Northeast, but its meat department tells a different story. If you've shopped there lately, you may have already noticed the complaints stacking up. Strange odors, discoloration, and meat spoiling before the expiration date. These aren't isolated issues. They're being reported across locations, and it's especially alarming for anyone buying meat in bulk or planning to freeze it. If it's already turning bad in the fridge, it's a total loss in the freezer. One of the biggest letdowns? No butchers in most stores. That means no custom cuts, no fresh trimming, and no expert to tell you what the best value is. You're stuck with what's on the shelf? No questions asked. ShopRite also offers very little info about where their meat comes from. In a time when sourcing transparency is crucial, that's not just disappointing, it's concerning. Shoppers want to know if their meat is ethically raised and safe to eat. With ShopRite, it's guesswork. Sure, they run sales, but when you factor in the risk of spoilage or poor taste, Is the discount really worth it? If you're buying meat to feed your family or to stockpile for emergencies, ShopRite may not be the safest bet in 2025. There are just better, more consistent options out there. Number 6. Lidl. Lidl might be winning fans for low prices, but their meat department is where quality takes a dive. Many shoppers walk in for deals and walk out with regrets, especially when it comes to anything perishable like meat. Reports of spoiled or near-expiry meat sitting on shelves are all too common. Whether it's questionable color, weird texture, or packaging that feels off, customers are rightfully uneasy. And that's a huge problem for anyone hoping to freeze meat for later use. Another issue: no in-store butchers. Everything is processed and packed off-site, meaning no fresh cuts, no special orders, and no one to ask for help. If something looks sketchy, you're on your own. While Lidl does offer a few organic and grass-fed options, the overall variety is limited, and so is transparency. Most packaging doesn't tell you much about sourcing or animal welfare practices. In 2025, that lack of clarity just doesn't cut it. Yes, Lidl is cheap, but when it comes to meat, cheap can turn expensive fast, especially if you're throwing out spoiled food or risking a bad dinner. It might be fine for pantry items, but for meat, Lidl lands on the avoid list this year. Number 5. Kroger. Yes, Kroger appeared on the best list, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Depending on the location, Kroger can either be a safe bet or a serious letdown, and that inconsistency is what makes it risky. In some stores, shoppers have reported meat spoiling days before the sell-by date. And we're not talking 1 or 2 cases. This is happening often enough to raise red flags. The packaging might look fine, but once opened, there's a chemical-like odor that's hard to ignore. Even worse, some customers say this isn't just limited to beef or chicken. It spans across different types of meat, from pork to ground turkey. That kind of cross-product inconsistency points to bigger storage or handling problems. While Kroger does offer organic and grass-fed options under its Simple Truth line, the lack of in-store butchers in many locations limits the experience. If you're in a store without one, you're stuck with pre-packed meat and no way to check freshness until you're home. Kroger is a massive chain, and when things go right, they go really right. But when they go wrong, it can mean wasted money and potential food safety concerns. In 2025, inconsistent quality is a deal breaker, especially when better options exist. And for too many people, Kroger has become a gamble they're no longer willing to take. Number 4, Stop and Shop. Stop and Shop has been around for decades, but in recent years, its meat department has taken a major hit. And 2025 isn't looking any better. One of the biggest issues is that they've outsourced their meat processing. That means most cuts are handled off-site, vacuum-packed, and shipped in. What's the result? A serious drop in freshness. Customers have reported discolored meats, off-smells, and spoiled products, even before the expiration date. Then there's the use of color preservatives to make meat appear fresher than it really is. Sure, it might look red under the lights, but cook it, and you'll realize it's not what it seemed. That kind of trickery doesn't just waste your money, it undermines trust. And forget about custom cuts or asking a butcher for help. Those days are long gone. Most Stop and Shop locations no longer offer in-store butchers, which means you're stuck with whatever they have on the shelf, good or not. Customers have been voicing their frustrations, and with many stores facing declining sales, it's clear the problems aren't isolated. If you're serious about meat quality, especially for long-term storage or weekly meal prep, Stop and Shop is no longer reliable. The risk of buying spoiled or over-processed meat just isn't worth it. Number 3, Food Lion. Food Lion is a familiar name in the Southeast, but its meat department has become a real problem area. And for 2025, the complaints keep rolling in. The biggest concern is freshness, or the lack of it. Customers have reported meat that smells bad before the packaging is even opened. Some say ground beef has a sour scent, while others mention pale chicken or steaks that spoil within a day or two of purchase. These aren't rare one-off issues. They're popping up often enough to make shoppers uneasy. And for people who rely on freezing their meat, that kind of rapid spoilage is a nightmare. Another major downside: no in-store butchers. Everything is prepackaged, which means no flexibility, no custom cuts, and no expert help when you need it. There have also been complaints about excessive liquid in packaging, especially with pork and chicken. That added moisture affects both the flavor and texture, and it's not something you want to see when you're paying for meat by the pound. Lastly, the lack of sourcing information raises flags. It's hard to know whether what you're buying is hormone-free, ethically raised, or handled properly during transit. Food Lion might be cheap, but when the quality's this questionable, the savings don't matter. If meat safety and flavor matter to you in 2025, it's best to look elsewhere. Number 2. Save-A-Lot. Save-A-Lot is known for rock-bottom prices, but when it comes to meat, you often get what you pay for, and sometimes even less. Customers have been sounding the alarm about spoiled meat being sold even when the packaging looks fine. There are reports of foul smells right after opening and visible discoloration days before the listed expiration date. That's not just disappointing, it's dangerous. And the problems don't end there. The selection is extremely limited. Most stores only carry the bare minimum: ground beef, basic chicken cuts, and maybe a few pork options. If you're looking for anything beyond that, organic, grass-fed, or even different cuts, you're out of luck. You also won't find any in-house butchers here. Everything is pre-packaged and shipped in, meaning no personal service, no custom options, and no one to ask for help if something doesn't look right. What makes it worse is the total lack of transparency. Save-A-Lot provides almost no information about how or where their meat is sourced. If you're someone who cares about animal welfare, quality control, or even just knowing what you're eating, that's a major red flag. Yes, the prices are tempting, but if your meat goes bad before you can cook it, you're not saving anything. In 2025, Save-A-Lot remains one of the riskiest places to trust with your meat budget. Number 1. Amazon Fresh. At first glance, Amazon Fresh looks like the future of grocery shopping: convenient, tech-driven, and delivered to your door. But when it comes to meat, it's a disaster waiting to happen. The number 1 complaint? Freshness, or the shocking lack of it. Customers across the country have reported receiving meat that's already discolored, slimy, or smells off, even when it arrives on time. For a company that relies on shipping and delivery, that's a huge problem. Some shoppers say their meat spoiled within a single day, making it completely useless for anyone trying to stock up or meal prep. The long transit times, inconsistent suppliers, and poor packaging practices are all to blame. Another massive issue is inconsistency. Since Amazon sources meat from different regional suppliers, what you get in one city could be completely different from what someone else gets, in quality, cut, and even brand. That makes it impossible to rely on them long-term, and don't expect custom cuts or help choosing the right steak. Amazon Fresh has no in-store butchers, no service counters, and no one to guide you. What you see online is what you get, and sometimes it's not good. To top it all off, Amazon Fresh has faced multiple product recalls tied to meat contamination. That's not just inconvenient, it's dangerous. If you care about flavor, safety, or your wallet, Amazon Fresh is the number 1 store to avoid for meat in 2025. Convenience isn't worth the risk. Let's be clear. Meat isn't just another item in your grocery cart. It's what you're feeding your family, freezing for emergencies, and relying on when times get tough. In 2025, with food prices rising and quality control slipping, you can't afford to gamble on where you buy your meat. The best grocery stores on this list, they've earned their spot through consistent freshness, ethical sourcing, and real service, often with in-store butchers who still care. And when a store gets it right, the difference shows up in every bite. But the worst ones? They're not just disappointing, they're potentially dangerous. Spoiled meat, lack of transparency, and zero customer service aren't small problems. They're red flags you can't ignore. So here's the move: build your stockpile smartly. Don't wait for prices to spike again or for shelves to run empty. Know where to shop. Know what to skip. Because in the end, these aren't just products, they're lifelines.